So the experience at Shark Tank was really amazing. It's the biggest platform for any startup to showcase their products to a larger population. So more than the experience at the tank, it's been a crazy journey once the episode aired because you've just been getting orders from across the country.
There are some instances in our life where we deal with boredom situations. For example, sitting in a boring lecture, or to deal with social situation where you find something complex, or you might be having some doubts in your mind. So what is the ultimate solution to get rid with all of them? So there is one solution is to chew some gum. Hi, this is Karishma Sharma, the host of Vayapatrika Magazine. Welcome all of you in our Bharat Startup Talk show. In this today episode, we are going to explore the fantasizing journey of our today guest. He has not only bring the concept of modern chewing gum, he has made it sugar-free as well as it made us possible to eat in different flavors. Please welcome the guest of the day, Mr. Mayank B Nagori, the founder and CEO of Good Gum. Mayank, thank you so much for doing this for us.
Thank you, Karishma, for hosting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much once again. So I would like to tell to my all the peers, Mayank has recently got a wonderful deal and has been spotted in Shark Tank India Season 3. So Mayank, congratulations for it.
Thank you, Karishma.
So how was the experience there, bringing the concept and the concept of this chewing gum on their table? So what was the experience there, Mayank?
So the experience at Shark Tank was really amazing. It's the biggest platform for any startup to showcase their products to a larger population. So more than the experience at the tank, it's been a crazy journey once the episode aired because we've just been getting orders from across the country. So that shows how much or what's the sort of population in the country and what the sort of potential in selling a product like this in India. So we're grateful for the opportunity, and because it was a chewing gum, I think we've got a lot of people ordering because it's a product that every age group, every lifestyle group consumes. So it's been a good journey since then.
Okay, that's really great to know. We all already have saw a wonderful episode. So Mayank, congratulations for it once again. So my first question with you, as you have started this bootstrap business, right? So
Yeah.
Mayank, the idea of chewing gum, basically people are working as you are also BTech from chemical engineering background. So working on the concept of chewing gum, right? Especially when it is bootstrap in India, it is somehow challenging. So what do you think, Mayank, that starting with the chewing gum and taking it up to this next level of, making it sugar free as well as plastic free? So, well, this idea has been combined in your mind, like when you have planned this, the starting the business, or you have got while doing the R&D?
No, so I always wanted to, firstly, like after my BTech in chemical engineering, I've done my master's in food science. And when I was doing my master's, I was always on the lookout for certain products that would have good potential here in India. I mean, I was a big chewing gum chewer when I was in school, but I stopped chewing gum for like good 7 years because when I realized that regular chewing gums are made of synthetic polymers like plastic and also have artificial colors, flavors, and sweeteners, I thought I don't want to, negatively impact the environment, right? So I stopped chewing gum. And after coming back from my master's, I worked at a food startup for a couple of years, and that's when I realized that the food industry in India is very, very competitive, especially in the snack and beverage space. But there's not much happening in the confectionery space, right? So when I used to do sales, I used to go to the stores and see how the product is placed, what's the movement like, what are the different costs allocated by selling a product. I realized that it's very difficult to make some noise in a snack or a beverage industry. But confectionery is something which is small, low value, has a larger addressable market, like more people will consume that product. And by default, the product would be in the impulse purchase category of the supermarket. So I don't really have to spend a lot of money on visibility, but automatically my product will be at the billing till where the highest number of eyeballs go. So again, the second point was a chewing gum has a very long shelf life, so there were no issues with spoilage as well. So these were particular points where we found that okay, chewing gum would be a great point to start with, especially when we are also selling sustainability. With a chewing gum, we can touch more people, and then like basically put in the seed of sustainability into them, and then look how we can grow from there. So we wanted a start point, and chewing gum had the least barrier to enter, and we started from there.
That's really great. So you have done your prior research based on your understanding, based upon the polymer formulation and all. So Mayank, my next question, based on this formulation, if I talk about, let us say you said that you worked upon different type of polymers and working upon the taste. So you are targeting the audience based upon the smokers, okay? Your parents and like children of different ages. So what do you think this formulation, along with the different flavors, like based upon the different ages, is it really worth it, or like or you have done some another exercise to know that whether what is the demand of the customer, that I should go for this xyz flavor?
So with respect to flavors, obviously we there's a trial and error that we do. Before we launched the product, we made certain like testers, and then sent it across to about 300 people amongst friends, family, etc. To just get some feedback as to how they like the product or did not like the product. There's a lot of research available online on how or basically what are the flavors that Indian consumers are popular, like what are the flavors popular amongst Indian consumers. And then what we also did was find what are the kind of flavors that other companies are not making, right?
Yeah.
So raspberry, strawberry, these are flavors that are not very easily available in the chewing gum industry. And going forward, we're making chewing gums in the coffee flavored, clove, cinnamon. So all of these have been trial and error, where we make a small batch, tested in our peers. Even with the cinnamon chewing gum, it was more like a December Christmas special flavor. And when we did a few offline events, we realized that customers love it a lot. And then in the further on event, we started taking samples of the fennel, the clove, and we got some great feedback. So we ended up launching that product once we received good feedback on it.
Okay, that's really great. So you have worked upon the prior process of this chewing gum. So that's really great to know. Mayank, my third question is based upon the formulation part, right? Again, working upon the formulation part, okay? So if we're targeting the smokers and the childrens, okay, you are selling the same type of chewing gum in the market. So do you think that don't you think that this chewing gum based upon their metabolic process for the children of different age and the smokers, they have some difference. So what quality you have added on with the same?
Yeah, so like, firstly, we don't intend to sell chewing gums to any niche audiences. Our
Okay.
marketing is overall for every human being. We don't say this is a flavor for smokers, this is a flavor for kids. But obviously, there are certain notes that we kind of understand that the smoker population obviously likes mint. And we've created a charcoal mint which has activated charcoal, which helps whiten teeth, right? So people who smoke, their teeth tend to get yellow, and with the activated charcoal, their teeth can also whiten. And with respect to kids, we have the sweeter flavors like the strawberries and the raspberries. So we've created flavors keeping in mind every consumer, but not really marketing any particular flavor to any particular persona of consumer. So that's how we worked. We tried to keep a good range of sweet, spicy, sour, minty, all of these flavors, so that everybody has something to look up to in our brand.
That's really great. So you have also done here R&D based upon your understanding, based upon the taste and flavors. Okay. So what was your biggest challenge while dealing with this chewing gum concept, dealing with such type of customer? Let us say you have deal with the smokers and, dealing with these different age group. What was the biggest challenge that you faced throughout this process?
So one of the challenges is definitely the price. Like, we can never compete with the Boomer and the other Center Fresh chewing gum because they retail at 1 rupee a chewing gum. Because they're using a plastic gum base, because they're using sugar in their chewing gum, and also artificial colors and flavors, right?
Yeah.
Whereas in our chewing gum, everything is natural. Our chewing gums don't stick around in our society for hundreds of years like regular chewing gums do, but they just biodegrade like fruit and vegetable peels with, right? Moreover, we use fruit and vegetable extracts to flavor and color the gums, so the cost is quite high. So one of the major deterrents for consumers to move to a chewing gum has been the cost. And secondly, is the point of taste, right? Like again, when you're replacing something which has been completely artificially sweetened and
Yeah.
flavored throughout your lifetime with something completely natural, there is always going to be uh, there's going to be like a resistance to it. People may or may not like the flavors initially. Our flavors don't last very long. Our chewing gums are not consistent in shape because again they're handmade. So when we actually go out and educate consumers that this is why our flavors don't have long-lasting flavors, or this is why you should not be chewing artificially flavored chewing gums, or what these chemicals can do to your body, they are ready to shift to our gums. So these two are the basic things that we faced resistance with. But apart from that, I don't think we faced any issues.
That's really great. So, my second last question to you is, while dealing with the markets, let us say the competitors you are having. So, if we talk about the retail profit value and the sunk cost based upon the work you did and the competitors are doing, so what do you think that which factor is most important here when we come to the business or the chewing gum, basically B2C or D2C, or which factor is most prominent? Well, if anyone else want to jump in this field.
Sorry, I didn't get your question a little bit. Can you
I'm
repeat it?
saying that, let us say, if we talk about the competitors, okay, the market of chewing gum in India based upon the retail value and profit. So, what do you think if an individual wants to contribute and would jump into this competitor market and would like to work upon this chewing gum concept? Let us say, if any other type of chewing gum they are working. So, which is the most important factor that one should know while jumping into this field and to knowing the competitors thing? Because Good Gum is also having some competitors, right? Based upon the profit value they are having yearly.
Yeah, so like I think we need to have a strong differentiator. Our major differentiator is regular chewing gums are made of a plastic base. Our chewing gum is a biodegradable base. So we are preventing people from chewing plastic, and that's our biggest differentiator. So even if like the larger companies start making their product, I don't think we will be shaken enough. So for anybody wanting to get into this space, it's a very small industry. It's a very less cluttered industry, but we need to find a strong differentiator. And second, we need to have a good distribution channel, because understanding that chewing gum is a very offline first product, it is important for us to have that offline network where we can retail these chewing gums.
Okay, so that's a wonderful research that you again have did on this part as well. So Mayank, if I say that in India, the chemical engineers are working on different sectors of this area of chewing gums, and as you have worked upon the chewing gum. So what do you think that if we planning for the local to global, let us say are you planning for this concept from local to global level with these limited flavors, or would like to work upon some advancement that you are supposed to bring in the same? Apart from this plastic.
So firstly, we are looking to establish ourselves as a chewing gum player in India,
Okay.
right? So we don't want to really, diversify into multiple different products. So first, make ourselves known as a chewing gum company. Second, in India, even now, people think chewing gums are chewed for just time pass, but that's not the case, right? Abroad, when you see people chew gum for multiple different reasons, somewhere people chew gum to keep focus, somewhere people chew gum to take good care of their teeth. So we are looking to market these additional benefits of chewing gums, add these active vitamins and minerals into the gums, and make them more nutritional, and not just make it a leisure product, right? Because chewing gums have great potential when compared to capsules and gummies. 40% of the people in the world have issues with swallowing medicine. So if we can use chewing gum to carry medicine or carry these vitamins and herbs, etc., into our body, it solves two purposes, right? Um, and secondly, sugar-free chewing gums help with preventing cavity formation in our teeth. So we are looking to really endorse the fact that you should chew gum after every meal so that you don't have to go to the dentist. So firstly, we want to establish ourselves here in India, but obviously there's a larger market abroad when you see in the Middle East, in the Southeast Asia, looking to export there as well. Because currently our chewing gum is premium, and I think we can only cater to the top 1% of the Indian population with this product. So unless and until I can reduce the cost of my product, I don't think we can penetrate into a larger size of the Indian market. So for now, we will talk about the top 1% and also exporting these chewing gums abroad.
That's really great once again. So, Mayank, is any message would you like to give to all the upcoming preneurs who is planning to like you and try their luck in this field?
So, I mean, one message that I always tell everybody is that make products that you would consume yourself. Like there are entrepreneurs that make highly sugary products, highly fried, high salt products, just to, kind of entice consumers and create a business out of it, right? But what I say is we as entrepreneurs or founders of companies need to be more responsible or take more ownership about the kind of ingredients we're using in our products, and make products that are going to not cause health issues to our consumers. But even if the consumers end up using our product for hundreds or thousands of years, they should not have any health issues, right? So I think we need to take the ownership as entrepreneurs and make products that we would consume ourselves, and look at a future where the Indian population is much more healthier than it is right now.
It's amazing to know about your this wonderful journey, and I wish a lot of luck for you. And see you on another side on part two, Maya. My all the wishes are there. Thank you so much once again for doing this for us, and we are very happy to have you today. And I hope the things will be good for you. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Karishma.